Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We're gonna move on to decluttering cheek products. I have tons. Not just cheek products, we'll do my face palettes too, I think, in this one, because it can all just be one video. Now, I have a ton of highlighter, ton of blush, ton of bronzer, both cream and powder. I'm gonna take everything out of these, like out of this drawer, and put them down on the ground so we can really go through those. And then I also have this entire drawer is all cheek stuff. So I'm gonna pull all of this out, We'll probably do it category by category. Excuse all my mess that's all around. But we'll go category by category and declutter. So let's jump right in. Okay, let's start with these. These are highlighters. We've got both liquid and cream here. I mean, liquid and cream. Liquid, cream, powder, all of it's here. I think all of it's here. Actually, hang on. We were missing one. I knew I had thrown that in the drawer. So I think everything is here for the most part. I'm hoping it's all here because I don't want to have to, like, obviously update this video later. So yeah, let's just get into it. I'm going to start right with this one. This is the Makeup by Mario Soft Glow Highlighter in the shade Pearl. I love this. This is great for like an everyday. I don't know. There's something really, really subtle about it. A lot of people didn't like this because it wasn't really glowy enough for them. I feel like it's glowy enough for me. It's just soft. You know, it's not soft, subtle. It's not like a crazy amount of pigment. I still have like foundation swatches, but do you see how it's like really, really subtle? But it's just a very soft sheen. I really like this. I think it's beautiful. Totally worth my coin because I've used it a lot. If you hear my stomach growling, I'm sorry. I'm hungry. Okay. Next, I don't think I'm going to end up decluttering a lot of highlighters. I'm not going to lie, because I feel like I don't really have, I mean, I have a lot, but I don't have a lot. I don't know what I'm saying. This one from Melt is in Pink Moon. And honestly, since I bought this, I haven't even used it, but it's so beautiful. I don't have a lot of pink highlighters, so I'm going to keep this one because I was trying to justify actually buying a pink highlighter, but I was like, girl, you've got one. And it's actually like really, really pretty. So I will hold on to this. Next, I've got this one from Dior. This is one of their like original Dior Skin Nude Air Luminizers in 001. I think this is like Nude Glow. There was like a bunch of them. See how it's just kind of more like champagne. So reflective, it doesn't even want to focus. Come on. But yeah, it's just so much more, like, this is obviously pink and this one's more champagne, but I do love this one, so I will keep it. Okay, so continuing on, this one is the MAC Cosmetics, the Double Gleam Extra Dimension, and this was like one of, I think it was like the koi fish, maybe it was for Lunar New Year, I can't remember, but it's one of their like special edition ones. It's really, really pretty. I mean, obviously, like, I'm gonna have a bunch of like dupeable, you know, highlighters, but this is actually really stunning. Double Gleam is something I wanted for a long time, and it's usually brought back many times in different packaging, so I feel like I can keep this for future instances where Double Gleam is being released at any point, in case I need to pull it out and show y'all, you know? So I'm gonna keep this one. Have I decluttered anything? Nope. So this is gonna be really hard for me to do. Like, I'm not lying. It's really, really hard. I actually need to pull out this Melt one again because I want to compare it to, was it this one? Nope, hang on. This one, yeah. So this one's also a pink, as you can see. This formula is just so nice. It's so, so nice. I'm also gonna swatch Pink Moon again. Okay, but you see they're different enough that I can keep them. One's like warmer, one's cooler, and one's sparkly and the other one is not. Yeah, I wiped both of them off because I got a phone call, but you know, I think I'm gonna keep the Melt. I'm gonna let this one go. because I think I'm gonna keep this one. It's so, just the formula of these, like, they just feel so silky. Hang on, come on, focus. See, I don't know, just something so like wet and pretty about it. Okay, I'm gonna put these both actually in a maybe pile. I'm gonna compare them to other ones, but I think I'm gonna keep one of them. One of them has to go. I just don't know which one. We'll come back to it afterwards. This one from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Multi Glow. I haven't even used this. I ordered it. I haven't even used it. Have I even swatched this? I don't think I've even swatched this. Let's do like a swatcheroo. Oh, that's really pretty. Okay. You know, I wonder, is this similar to Magnificence? Because I feel like it was almost like a bronzy pink, right? I'm going to do it right here too. I feel like they're similar enough. The Charlotte Tilbury definitely has a little bit more warmth to it, whereas that one from Stila is still very like kind of a cool toned pink. But I think it's close enough. So I think I'm going to keep Brilliance, which was the kind of lighter everyday one or whatever. Not everyday, but you know what I mean. And I think, I mean, they're different, but I think they're close enough that I can let it go. I may even have another pink in a palette somewhere. So it's really hard, but you know, on the fingers too, they look very similar. Okay, letting it go. My hands are turning into glittery pink mess. So yeah, with this one, I'm going to keep this. Okay, Natasha Denona. Come on. Okay, Natasha Denona, I Need a Nude Glow. The shade is called I Need a Nude Glow. This is what this one looks like. Honestly, there is nothing hugely like special about this. It feels very just like dry. Do you see, like, this is the Natasha Denona. This is the Stila. Like, look how like in your face. So this is Stila. This is Natasha Denona. But I feel like Natasha Denona one almost looks better. How does Double Gleam look next to those? Let's see. This is just turning into a comparison video. Okay, so there's Double Gleam. We're going to do that on the other side of Natasha. It's obviously a lot brighter. It's different. Shoot. This is really hard. I love highlighter. I love cheek products, so this is like difficult for me. I'm going to put this in the maybe pile for now. I know. Who am I? Who am I that I'm putting that in the maybe pile for? Usually I would just be like, nope. This one from Pat McGrath. This is the Holiday Highlighter in Lunar Nude. This is really pretty. The embossing is just always gorgeous. I feel like this is also probably very similar to Double Gleam, which I no longer have, but on my hand, I mean. This is just, look at how gorgeous that is. How is that next to? Do you see, like, this is just so, like, it almost feels like, it's like both of these are baked gelée, but this one almost feels like I don't even know how to explain it. I definitely want to see if I have a color like that. Like, well, the Mario? No. Okay, I'm going to see, I want to see if I have a color dupe for that Natasha Denona. I wonder how this one will look next to it. I may be mixing stuff. No, that one's more pink. Okay, hang on. Okay, Pat McGrath, she is staying. This one's staying. This one's gorgeous. This is going to be a maybe. I don't know. Like, I'm not loving it while I'm swatching it, but I think this is also one of those formulas that when you use it with a brush, it's just better. So, I have glitter all over my hands. I don't want to get it on this canvas, so give me a second. This is the Westman Atelier in Peau de Pêche. So this is what the packaging looks like. I love this matte black with the gold detail. It looks so beautiful. And this is what Peau de Pêche, oh my god, I can't talk today. This is what it looks like. This is a cream. I'm just kind of going all over the place, but This almost just looks kind of like nothing swatched on the hand, but I don't know what it is. When you put it on the cheeks, it's just gorgeous. You know what? This gives me this. Podapesh gives me that. Okay. I mean, obviously Podapesh is staying. This was like freaking $100. No way that's going anywhere. I am doing so bad here. Okay. Anastasia. This is the M-Resi highlighter. And I used this in my last, or one of my last videos that I did. The one where, what was I doing in that video? My Get Ready With Me, where I talk about my diagnosis for my hands. This is pretty, but I feel like this is something I swatched. What did I swatch that was like this? Was it this one? No, this one's more pink. Maybe was it Double Gleam? I feel like, you know what? I really do love this. But I feel like, first of all, it's discontinued, right? So I'm doing really bad. The highlighter category is doing really bad. I'm putting it in the maybes. I'm going to come back and decide on those. Funny enough, I decluttered this before actually, and then I brought it back into my collection from my pile of declutter because I swatched it and I was like, ooh, that's pretty. It is really pretty. It just looks like the one I just swatched. Like, how many of these types am I going to keep, you know? Okay, let's swatch M-Resi here. I think that the okay, so the middle is the Odin's Eye. The right is That You Need a Nude Glow, and the left is the, sorry, my stomach's growling again. I ordered Chinese food, but I'm waiting. And then the left is the M-Resi. Actually, one sec. This Stilo one. No. Okay, I think, gosh, this is really difficult. You know, when you love a certain type of product, honestly, I haven't even really like, I feel like I don't have a lot of highlighter. I think that I'm going to keep both of, am I going to keep this? I think I'm going to keep both of these. I'm going to see, I want to use this on my cheeks with a brush and see. This one I really do love. So I think both of those are staying. Oh, this is hard. Okay, this one is going to go. This is really pretty, this Odin's Eye Norns one, but it's just going to go. Okay. Solar Sailor. This is from Kaleidos, one of their space age ones. These are really pretty. So this one's got like kind of a yellow greenish type of sheen to it. But you see when you buff it out, it just kind of glows. To be honest, this is too yellow for my liking. Like, I don't like this on my skin tone. I think I'm going to let this one go. I know, who am I? I'm going to see if there's someone I know that wants this. So I think I'm going to let that go. Moon Cruiser. I love this one. This one's like a purpley blue. You can see it right there. Look how blinding that is. I know it looks so white based, but when you start to buff it out, like, oh my goodness, I can't get rid of that. Like, there's no way. Moon Cruiser is staying. I have nothing else like it. Then I have Mars Melter. This is the second one that came out. So there was an original one, and then this is the second one. I just look at, hang on. Like, look at the shine on these. Okay, let me swatch. Let me swatch. Do you see this? Oh, okay. Keep. Okay, I wiped off my hand. I feel like this one's obvious. Space Age Prophecy. This is a multi-chrome highlighter. You can't kind of see it in the pan, but it's got kind of like a peachy, look how white based this looks. Hang on. I need to show you like the magic, okay? This is so white based. You start buffing it out. Just, can we just, like, I can't. There's like a green tinge to it. There's that orange peach. I don't know. People must think, you know, green, that's weird. For look how pretty that is. Can you imagine if you put that on your eyeballs? Staying. I can't do this, you guys. I think this declutter is quite long because of how indecisive I am. This is the original Mars Melter. I'll swatch the new one next to it too. I liked this one, but I think I love the new one more. This one's definitely, like, you can see it's got a lot more white base. Yeah, it's got a lot more white base. To be honest, I think this one's prettier. I think I'm going to get rid of this Mars Melter. I'm going to keep the new one. I'm surprised I got rid of 2 of my Kaleidos because I honestly was expecting to keep them all, but I think I just like the 3 that are shinier. So some of my powders are mixed up. So I also have this one. This is Kevin Aquan in Starlight. This is what it looks like. It's one of my oldest highlighters. I use this a ton. And it's really subtle and pretty, but to be honest, I just feel like it doesn't perform as well as it used to. I picked this up at like Marshall's, I think. I really want it to work for me, but it doesn't anymore. I don't know if it's just the fact that I love more sparkly highlighters now and this one's just not giving. But I feel like if I want this kind of vibe, I'm getting a better version of it from the Makeup by Mario. So I think I'm going to get rid of this too. Okay, another powder. This is from Estate Cosmetics. This is in the shade Blast Off. I had received 3 of these in PR last year. And obviously haven't, whoa. Excuse me. This feels like ColourPop Super Shock. I was expecting to declutter this, but I might keep, wow. Okay, that's pretty. How is that next to Stila? Because if they're similar colors, ooh. I feel like the Estate flips may be different. Has a little more pink in it. Darn. Yeah, I feel like the Stila one is actually more yellow and the Estate one's got a rosiness to it. I think I might let this go. Crap. I think I might let that go and I might keep the Estate one because I did buy like a bunch of ColourPop Super Shocks, but I got rid of them because I don't know. I just don't want to keep them. But Estate Cosmetics, I think I'll keep this because I got this in PR and yeah, I have some other products from them. So I think I'll keep this and I'll try this out. Okay. I think maybe this one is the last of the powder ones. This is by the brand Jason Wu. A friend sent me this. This is Ethereal is the shade. Ethereal is the shade. I think it's one of those like Mars Meltery types. This was actually broken in transit and I had to kind of repress it in. But ooh, I wasn't expecting that. It's like a warmer version of Mars Melter. It's definitely more sparkly. I feel like I don't have a lot of that. I'm going to hold on to it now. 1, because it was a gift. 2, because I haven't actually tried it. So I can't just make a decision based off of a swatch. So this one is going to stay. Okay, so those 2 are empty. We have these 2 left. What is in this one? What is this one? Oh, wait, this is, I'm going to pull this out later. This is actually a blush. Oops, sorry. I'm dropping everything everywhere. This is Morning Dew is the shade. It's the Dew Wet Balm from Danessa Myricks. I've used this. It's kind of a cool product, I guess, in concept, but in practicality, it, you know, stays like a balm. I feel like it just, no, it doesn't do anything for me. I think I'm going to get rid of this. I'm surprised I'm saying that because I thought I would be keeping it, but I think I'm going to get rid of it. This one, Phytosurgeons. I don't get the hype behind this brand. This is the Dew of Dawn Spectral Shine. What's this? I think the shade is Dew of Dawn. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get this product. The thing is, it's like, do you see, like, I can't, like, watch. Look at that swatch. Nothing is coming. You really got to work this product. And I am just not willing to do this amount of work to get, let's see, to get like a very subtle, like it's pretty, look, it's pretty, but how am I supposed to get that on my face without like wiping all my makeup off, you know? So, I mean, it's only pretty on camera to me. In person, I'm just like, eh. So I think I'm gonna get rid of it. It's just, I can't use that with a brush and it's just too stiff to use with my fingers that you know, if I put makeup on over top, then it's gonna, I feel like it's gonna take it off. Josie Maran, this is the Argan Enlightenment Illuminizer. Is this in a shade? I think there's only one. I've had this for quite some time. I've used it a lot. You can see. I think I'm gonna get rid of it at this point. I think it's just old. I think it needs to go. Along with that, this Glossier Play. This is beautiful. It really is beautiful. I love to travel with this because it's so tiny, but it's so old that I think I'm gonna let it go. I had 2 or 3 of these and I let other ones go in the past, and I think it's time this one goes. What else do I have? Oh, I have a mini Westman Atelier. I haven't used this yet. I'm not going to swatch it because I think I want to do first impressions. This is in Nectar. That's what the shade looks like. And yeah, I just got the mini of it. I forgot I had that. The Say, I think it's like the Marshmallow or something. Super Gel in Star Glow. I don't know. This, I don't know. It sounds like it would be like a really pretty product. But like, what does this do that the Auric or Skin Glass won't do for me? So I think I will pass this along. Then I have, okay, also it smells weird. I think I'm actually going to throw that away. The Say Beauty. Rare Beauty. I have the shade Outshine. It's a gold highlighter. I don't think I have a lot of gold. I have this one. I have one other one, but I think I'll be keeping this. Because I don't have anything this gold. Because I got rid of that other one, but I prefer it in liquid because then I can really sheer it out. So I'm going to keep this. Lisa Eldridge. I don't even need to swatch this for you guys. I have this in the shade Celestial Nebula. You can see literally the writing has worn. I love this product. Adore it. This one I love as well. This one has a little more coverage than the Lisa. This is the Hollywood Flawless Filter. Not that you could tell, but you can still see Charlotte Tilbury on there. The number 4 is the shade that I have. I think this is still okay. Let me smell it. Yeah, it smells okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep that. It just hasn't gotten love from me since I got it because I have accumulated so much makeup that I never had time to use it. Then I have these 2 Beauty Light wands from Charlotte Tilbury. One is in the shade Goldgasm. The other one is in the shade Pillow Talk. I haven't even opened Pillow Talk because I wanted to do like a Pillow Talk video. So I'm going to keep that one. The Goldgasm though. These are just so pretty. Like, this is so pretty. I don't know. It's so different than the Rare Beauty. I think I'm going to keep both. I got rid of quite a bit of the liquid ones. So, or the liquid and cream. Like I only have those 6 left. So I think I'm going to keep those. I meant to film me putting them back in here, but basically I have 2 spots left here, and we emptied out this entire little container. I feel like this is condensed compared to before. Let me just count quickly how many I'm keeping. So I'm keeping 20, and now let me show you what I'm getting rid of. Okay, so I am getting rid of 11. I feel like because I only had, what was that, 20 plus 11, 31. I think getting rid of 11 is quite a big jump for my collection. Like I feel like keeping 20, that's not a lot for someone who creates content. Now also, let's keep in mind I do have cheek palettes later on in this video, which will also have highlighter palettes. So, you know, kind of keep that in mind. But I think that I did pretty decent. Like I think this is good. And I'm getting rid of some stuff like that I thought I would keep, like those 2, these 2. So I did pretty good in retrospect. I think I did pretty good here. Okay, let's move on to, should we do blush or bronzer? I think we'll do bronzer because I have a lot of blush. Yeah, let's do bronzer first. Okay, I think this is all of my bronzers. You kind of can't see all of them. I think I've already dwindled down this area of my collection like so much. All of my bronzers that I have, I feel like I really love. So it's going to be hard. I think this one is going to be really hard. Let's start with this one. This is from Vasanti. This is in the shade Brazilian Tan. I bought this because I wanted to do a video for Vasanti, but I think this one is just a little bit on the like warmer side for me. It just like pulls really, really orange on my skin. So I think that for that reason, I'll get rid of this. Then I have this one here. This is the Colored Rain bronzer in Caramel Delight. Karen was placing an order, so I asked her to order me this one because I heard good things about it. I just don't know that I love the feeling of it. And I feel like the undertone of it is like super olive. I don't know. Like, do you see that? Like one's really orange, the Vasanti, and then this one's really olive. I think I have a friend in mind that I might see. I'll reach out and see if they want to try this. I think it's just maybe not for me. I don't know. I think I might pass this along. I also have this one here. This is the Bare Minerals bronzer in Warmth. This is really pretty. I just don't reach for it. And I feel like the formula is kind of like, I'm swatching it, it's gone off. Not off, but like, I don't know. It's just not as good as it used to feel. Yeah, it's nice. It's warm, but it's not like, I don't know. I'm going to get rid of that one. This one, Milani, this is in Suntan from their Silky Matte Bronzer line. This is really nice, actually, and I think it's a great like drugstore option. It's more of like a warm-ish neutral tone. Like here, there's the one from Colored Rain. There's the one from Vasanti, and then there's that one. There's just, I don't know, it's just a nice warmth from it. I think I'll keep this as like a drugstore option, given that I'm not keeping anything else that's drugstore. I don't think I have any other drugstore bronzers. So I'll keep that. This one is the Anastasia Beverly Hills in Saddle. I bought this, I think, back in 2017. I use this a lot. It still feels really nice. I just haven't reached for it in so long. And I think it's just because I have so many other ones. I'm going to swatch this next to this Warmth shade. See, it's a red tone bronzer, and I love a red tone bronzer. I think I'm going to keep it. I'm going to give it some more love. This one, this is from CXC Beauty, and it's in, it's the Refined Radiance Bronzer in the shade N2. Listen, this brand, this packaging may be super plain, but this brand came out with 25 shades of bronzer, and I had to pick one up out of support because I just think it's awesome to see a brand do that. So it also feels really nice when you swatch it. So I am going to keep this. It's really deep, really deep. You have to go in with super light hand. I think I could have probably gone for like N1 or something. I'm going to keep this though. I think this might be a good summer bronzer. I think it's really pretty, and I think it's great that this brand did 25 shades, because I haven't seen anyone do 25 shades. Next is Miss Dior. This is in the shade 05 Warm Bronze. I bought this, I think, while I had COVID. It was one of those like make me feel better purchases. I love this. It doesn't swatch the best all the time, but it works so great with the Sonia G Pro. Yeah, it's literally just like a kiss of sun. I could have gone a shade deeper, I think, in this one. Another one I love and will be keeping is the Makeup by Mario. This is in the shade Medium. It is also, you know, kind of on the warmer side. I do really love this one though. I don't know what it is. It's the formula. Like, it's like a barely there bronze, but like it shows up on the face. It's just like when you swatch it, you don't really see it. This one from Becca. Becca's gone, obviously. This is in Maui Nights. I think I received this in error. This is really red. And I feel like I kept this because I was like, I'll use it as a blush. But I feel like I have blushes that have this kind of effect. That is not a bronzer I would use. I'm going to go ahead and pass this along to someone who can maybe use it as a blush. Because who's going to use that as a bronzer? I'm sorry, that is not a bronzer color at all. And I think... Oh, no, I do have other powder bronzers that I'm just missing. So the Glowish by Huda, you guys know I love this one. It looks like I haven't used anything, but I promise you I've used it. Now this one also looks super neutral, but I don't know what it is when you put it on the face. It's just, I mean, sorry, not neutral, like olivey gray toned, but when you put it on the face, like it just does something. It does something. I'm going to keep this for sure. I have this one that I treated myself to, I think for my birthday last year, and I finally only got around to using it this year. This is the Gucci Beauty. Oh my God, look at the packaging. The Gucci Beauty Poudre de Beauté. Can't say any of this. I'm butchering it all. It's bronzing powder, okay, in the shade 4. This is a super like red toned bronzer. I think the formula is absolutely stunning. But you can see it definitely leans, it definitely leans more warm. It's very similar to that Vasanti one, but because it's Gucci, I haven't actually tried this enough on my face yet to know that I love it. I think the shade may have been incorrect for me. Like I could have gone a different undertone, but I'm going to keep this for now because I do want to try it out some more. I think that's it for powders. This is not powder. Those are, oh no, that's not it for powders. What am I saying? I also have this one from Mr. Kevin Aquan. It is the Neo Bronzer in Dusk Medium. This is actually, I think I picked this up sometime last year. Did I get it from like Beautylish? I don't remember. I got it on sale, I think, from somewhere. And I think that it's actually really similar to that Gucci one, but maybe a little bit more neutral. I think I'm going to go ahead and pass this along and see if anyone else I know can make use of it, because I'm just not reaching for it enough. This one, okay, listen, this packaging, it's beautiful, but like my clasp is like messed up or something. I don't know what's wrong with it, but I always have issues with it. That's why so many nails have been dug into this bronzer, but I refuse to let this go. This is so, so beautiful. I know it looks kind of like yellow toned, but I don't know what it is. It's just so pretty. It looks beautiful on the face. I have the shade 03, Sand and Soul. So yeah, definite keep. This is an expensive product. It's beautiful. It's so pretty. The formula is gorgeous. And then I also have this one. This is the Vive Beauty one from Jamie Genevieve's line. This is the Modern Bronzer in Tan 1 and Tan 2. I guess that's the shade. So there's a contour and then a bronzer. I really do like this one, so definitely will be keeping. Packaging is really pretty too. Then in here, I have Assault New York. I think I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. It's just been sitting in here. I was going to figure out what to do with it, and I did nothing with it, and I'll probably keep the little case for it, so that's going to get decluttered. I think we will move into creams after this one. So this is the One Size Beauty. I'm going to keep this for now. This is super pigmented though. I got the medium trio. I have to go in with super light hand on this. This is super, super, super pigmented. But for now, I want to keep this because I do want to do that One Size Beauty video. And I'm still playing with this. I'm still trying to figure this out. So yeah, you can see one's like cool toned, one's kind of neutral, one's warm. Yeah, I'm going to keep this one. And then we have creams and liquids. Contour stick. I love, 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 if it would focus, this Makeup by Mario contour stick or a sculpting stick, whatever. I don't think I can did it break? It better not have broke. I can't pull it down, but I've used quite a bit of it. I love this. It is so pretty, so effortless to blend. I use this brush all the time too, and I just kind of got it all ruined and dirty with bronzer. The packaging, that probably will not come off now. That's the only downside is this matte white packaging, is that all these stains are probably not going to wipe off now. Oops. Oh well, keeping it. Okay, this cream bronzer from Charlotte Tilbury. It's the Beautiful Skin Sun-Kissed Glow. I got it in the shade 2 medium. I'm still trying to figure out if I like this. And it's pretty. I like the tone of it. I really do like the tone of it. I feel like I haven't figured out what brush I like to use it with best yet. So I'm still going to hold on to this because I'm still trying to figure that out. This is a contour product. It's the Danessa Myricks Balm Contour. I have it in the shade medium 2. This is super like olive. I just don't find myself reaching for this anymore. But yeah, I don't like that tone. It looks like mud when I put it on my face, just because that tone doesn't work for me. So I'm going to let this go. Chanel, I love this. I am keeping this. I'm not going to open this because it's too much work. I think I have it in the shade 392 Soleil 10 medium bronze. I love this tone. This was like the middle one, so I definitely am keeping that. This is by far one of my favorite cream bronzers that come in this type of thing. I have it in Laguna. I have it in the limited edition packaging because I got this before it even came out as like a permanent product. And like, look, that dip. I love this. I'm not going to swatch anymore because my hands are so dirty, but this is a definite keep. Then I have this one here. This is the Huda Beauty Tan Tour in the shade Tan. This was gifted to me by my friend Betsy. Well, I mean, gifted in the sense that it was hers, and then I think she had multiple shades, and this one wasn't one that she used, so she gave it to me. It's just too dark. I don't see myself reaching for it. I prefer something like the Mario stick, so I'm going to go ahead and let this one go. I then have this little Chantecaille Radiance Gel Bronzer. Honestly, I haven't used this at all. I haven't tried this on my face. I feel like I should keep it just to try, but let's look at it. I want to see. I need to see. I'm just going to use. Okay. Just don't feel like I'm going to enjoy blending that on my face, and it looks orange. So what a waste of my money, but goodbye. Okay, so this one here, this is the Nudies matte from Nude Stick in the shade Terracotta Tan. Honestly, this was pretty. This is something that I used a lot. But I just don't like, I don't care for a stick anymore unless I'm using it for contour, and I have the Mario one to do that for me. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. I also have the Westman Atelier in Truffle. I'm going to keep this. I haven't obviously tried it yet because I haven't filmed that Westman video. So keeping. And then the last one that I have here, I think this is last, is the Tower 28 in Best Coast. Honestly, I do like this. I enjoy it, but I feel like I just don't reach for it anymore. And I don't know that I want to have this kind of glowy look. I know I don't really have a glowy bronzer, but I don't want to keep it for the sake of just having one. So I think that I'm going to get rid of this. It was good while it lasted, but I think unfortunately it's not for me anymore. Okay, so these two are actually just going to sit out on their own, but I emptied out this whole thing, so that's pretty good. And I emptied out this whole thing. So all we have left is like these two containers and the two solo bronzers on their own, which will sit in my drawer by itself. So total of what I'm keeping, 15. I'm keeping 15 bronzers, a mix of cream and powders. Okay, here is everything I'm getting rid of. I'm getting rid of 11. I'm getting rid of 11. I'm keeping 15. I think that's a pretty good ratio. So far, I have not decluttered more than half of anything, which honestly, I was expecting. Like, I was hoping to be brutal, and I think this is as brutal as it's going to get because my thought was that I probably wouldn't get rid of anything. So I'm happy with where this is going so far. Yeah, so that's what I'm decluttering. Okay. This part, I feel like it's going to be hard because blush is something that I love, and blush is hard for me to let go. So I don't know how I'm going to do here. We're going to try our best to get rid of things and try to keep things that are different, I guess, and let's see where we get from there. That's all I guess I can say at this point. Yeah, okay, let's just do this. I think we'll start here. So this is a blush by Milani. This is an orange shade. This is Sunrise Serenita. And here is what it looks like. And it's that same type of baked blush that you would see in, you know, the Luminoso. This is really pretty, but I kind of feel like it might be a little bit too orange for me. You know, like it's just leaning You've probably heard me say this before in the past, like leaning a little bit mac and cheese, but it's so pretty though. Like it's got like that beautiful glow. I feel like for now I'm going to stick this in a maybe pile. I just haven't decided because I don't know what else I have. And if I have anything similar to that, that may change my mind. So I guess we'll see depending on that. This was like from holiday 2020, I think. They also came out with this shade during that time. It was part of the holiday release. So Sunrise Serenita was one. And then this shade, which is Coco Felicita. Felicita. I think that's right. I don't know. I have no idea if I'm saying that correct, actually. This is kind of like a burnt brown colored. This doesn't feel as soft as the other one. The other one's got shimmer to it. It's almost more like a highlighty blush. This one, it's kind of like a satin matte, kind of brown. So if I just put this kind of is the one that reminds me of that Becca bronzer, you know, that I was talking about. Like, I feel like this is that tone. I'm also just going to put this aside because I do think I have something else similar to this that I want to compare this to. So for now, I have no idea if I'm keeping that. We're off to a wonderful start, aren't we? Yeah. So last time I had kept this. This is one of the MAC Glow Play blushes. Now this formula is super nice. The shade that I have is That's Peachy. I do believe they still do sell these. I've seen them at Sephora Canada and also I think the MAC store. But here's what the shade looks like. It's kind of like a putty situation, very similar to, I guess, like a Super Shock, but maybe more creamier. Here's what the shade looks like. Let me just buff it out here on my finger. I just feel like I don't reach for it enough, and I've got this shade like 100 times over, and maybe what I like to say are better formulas. I do like this formula, but I think that I might prefer a different type of shade, maybe like a deep nude type of shade. So I think for now I'm going to get rid of this one. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sirs. Yes, people. Rupee is getting rid of a MAC product. Who is she? I have this one. This is MAC Peaches. It's so worn off that you can't even see on the back where it said. There's a lot of pen in here because I've had this for a very long time. And I just feel like I think it's a sheer tone blush. You can see it's super light. This is one that I used to use like all the time. And it is pretty. Like it is pretty, but I haven't reached for it. I don't know if that fact of it is that it's old and that's why I don't want to reach for it, or that I just have more exciting things that this kind of misses the mark for me. But I feel like because this has had so much love for me and that I've hit pan, my goal back in 2019 was to use this up. Now 3 years later, I still haven't really reached for it. I maybe used it once or twice. I just don't think that's enough to justify keeping this. So I think I'm also going to get rid of this one. And I feel like I'm going to end up getting rid of so much of my MAC. And kind of for that reason, I want to also get rid of this because it's around the same age. This might be like a little bit newer. This is one of their like mineralized blushes. Yeah, mineralized blush. This is in Super Duper Natural. Me and my best friend bought this together, and it's just like a really pretty glowy blush. And again, I feel like I have this color in a million other formulas, you know, that I reach for just more often. I'm thinking that if I get rid of all 3 of these MAC blushes, maybe at some point I can add a new one to my collection, like a fresh one. You know, I mean, this is still in the old style packaging. It's, you know, an old formula now. It may look nice, it may swatch nice, but fact of the matter is I'm just not reaching for it. So I think for that reason, I'm going to get rid of that one too. Wow. I can't believe like I'm getting rid of my MAC. Like that's, to me, it's just wild. This one is the KBD Everlasting Blush in Poppy. I don't know if they make this anymore. This is from the line before it changed to whatever the new brand thing stands for. This is when you know who was still a part of the brand. It is a beautiful blush shade. I had wanted it for a very long time, and my friend Kara talked about it, and oh wow, actually this feels a lot nicer than I thought it was going to. But she kind of sold me on it, and so I was like, okay, I have to try that. And I have to say, I don't even know if I've used it once. And now looking at it, that's a really like not me type of color. I like a heavy blush, but this is leaning borderline like Clownville for me. I just don't know if I'm going to use this, so I think that I might pass this along. Might be something that I pop onto my Poshmark. So I don't think you can shop my Poshmark if you're in the US, but you know, if you're interested and you're in Canada, you can definitely check it out. I have, this one is an eyeshadow slash, so here's the story. I guess this is an eyeshadow shade originally, but it was such a popular shade that people would buy as a blush. So this is still an eyeshadow size, but they label it as powder blush because that's what a lot of people use this for. Now this is also a kind of glowy orange blush. You see that? It's super orange. I do want to compare this to the Milani. I think it's not super expensive either. Like there's the two next to each other, and here is the Milani swatched out. So there's Milani and there's the MAC. I feel like the Milani still has a little more glow to it, and I feel like almost a little more wearable. So I'm kind of shocked because I think this is the one I'm going to end up keeping, and I think I'm going to get rid of this. It does leave a really, like the MAC one does leave a really beautiful stain. I mean, on my finger it looks like a Cheeto, but what it left behind here looks really, really pretty. Next I have this one from Melt. This is one of their like bee blushes, I guess is like what everyone thought of them to be. It's a Digital Dust Duo Blush in Queen Bee. Now with these ones you can use either shade or you can mix both, and my favorite way was always to mix both. It's kind of like a yellow golden blush. I think for deeper skin tones this is beautiful for a highlighter. I've worn this a couple of times and I think this is beautiful. It's just not something that I can see myself letting go of just yet. So definitely going to hold on to this. It's really pretty. And I do believe you can still buy these. Like I think they're still around. Okay. One container done. All right, moving on to the next one. Let's pull these over. So the first one here is, well, it's got this sticker on it. I think the sticker is from Copacetic Cosmetics, if I'm not wrong. But it is an Ofra blush. I put that on there when Ofra was being, you know, all shady and whatnot. And it's the By Samantha March Blush Duo in Chicklet. This was, I think, one of my first like glowy blushes that I bought since starting YouTube. Before that, the only one I had was Super Duper Natural. And so you get like this kind of more matte pink version, and then this kind of more glowy version, and then kind of mixed together they make up this beautiful glowy blush. And let's just see, it's right there. It is beautiful, but I just don't reach for it anymore, and I just don't know that I want to have this in my collection because this is not a brand I'm really going to talk about. But I think I also, since having this one in my collection, have accumulated way more glowy blushes. So I don't think I have a need for this one anymore. I think that I can pass this along. Okay, next I have this one. I don't know if I had previously decluttered this or if this is something I added to my collection later on, but this is the Alva Flower Blush from Odin's Eye. I don't even think you can get these anymore. The shade that I got was Little Jasmine. Yeah, but I think that these are discontinued. So this I think was the glowier version. You can see there's like a lot of sparkle in there. It's kind of like a brown nude blush. Let's swatch it out. I mean, it's pretty, but I don't think it's unique enough that I feel the need to keep this in my collection. Like, I feel like that's pretty, like there's other things like that out there. So I think I will let this one go as well, but because it's fairly new, I'm pretty certain I will probably put this up on my Poshmark as well. Unless I find a home for it, of course. Okay, I still want to stick to powders, and I noticed, oh, this is a powder actually. So is this. This is newer though. I feel like there's something missing here. Oh, no, it's just down here. Okay. Okay, let's talk about this one first because I am going to keep this. I did talk about this recently on my Instagram if you follow me over there. This is the Healthy Hue Blush from Almay. I learned about it from a person I follow over on YouTube or Instagram, and they were hyping these up, and so I had to pick one up, and I got 300 Pink Flush. This is made in Italy, you know, which is crazy to me because so is Pat McGrath Baked Blushes and other, you know, high-end brands. This is beautiful. This looks just like skin. And I love this. I am definitely going to keep this as like a drugstore option blush because I do intend on, you know, talking about drugstore. It looks a lot brighter here than when you actually apply it to your cheeks, but it is a really beautiful blush. Definitely going to hold on to that. I'm going to have to find more fingers to swatch because they're literally getting stained. Okay, this one is the Clinique Cheek Pop Pearl in Coral Pop. This one, I'm curious to swatch this next to the Milani one. Let me just, I think this is probably still more orange. Yeah, it's way more orange. So there's the Clinique and there's that one. I think that I'm going to hold on to this. I just got this back in March from the CCO and I think it's really pretty. So yeah, I'll probably get more use out of this. I use this a lot. Okay, this one is from Bare Minerals. Oop. Bare Minerals. This is the Bounce and Blurred Buff brush. This is what the shade looks like. It's like a super nude. It's also kind of a putty formula like that MAC one. I think that I'm going to keep this. It's quite nude. I really like that tone. I think that I will hold on to this. It just hasn't seen love from me because I have so many other blushes. Okay, and the last one in here is also a Bare Minerals blush. This is actually bronzer. I guess you can place it where you would do blush and bronzer in one. I use it mostly as a blush. And sometimes I'll hit, you know, like my forehead and that's about it though. But I think it's mostly just a blush. It's really pretty tone. Kind of reminds me of some of the ones that I've decluttered. So I'm going to happily keep this because I love this formula. And this actually, when I bought this, was limited edition in this gold packaging. You can get it now as well, but it comes in a black packaging. So I'm going to keep that. Okay, another container done. Okay, let's go this way. Okay, so I have this one. This is Melt. It is a blush light in the shade, oh my god, I almost stabbed myself, in Nevermore. I feel like this is kind of similar to like Pink Moon or whatever that one was, the highlighter that I kept. I don't know that I want to keep this. Oh, it's different. But realistically, I'm not going to use this type of color that much. I think that I'm going to go ahead and pass this Nevermore along. Okay, Natasha Denona. This is the Bloom Highlighting Blush. This is the shade. It's like a beautiful like coral shade. It is really pretty. The thing is, I have, and this is probably too early to talk about, I have a friend that sent me this as well, the Bloom Blush and Glow palette. And this blush is in here, I believe, right? It looks different. Let me swatch those. Oh, that's different. Never mind. So this is the single and that's the one from the palette. They're definitely different, right? Yeah. One's definitely lighter and the other one's darker. So that means I am going to keep this because I thought I was going to be getting rid of it, but it's really beautiful. I do really love this one. Okay, moving on. I have this blush here. This is obviously Chantecaille. This packaging is so cheap. Like, it's so cheap. This is so tiny. Smitten Elephant is the one I got because I love elephants. and I still haven't used it. I am going to keep this though because it's so stunning. It was so expensive. I'm already disappointed about that liquid bronzer situation thing. So if this is going to be the only Chantecaille product that I keep, may as well be this beautiful elephant thing. I do need to use this though. So hold on to that. This blush. Now this is another Becca product, but this is one that I'm not willing to part with. This is the blush in Wild Honey. If you've been around on YouTube or watching YouTube even for a long time, you know that this is kind of a cult fave. So it's like a beautiful kind of nude blush. How similar is this to the Bare Minerals? But they're different formulas, you know. That's kind of what gets me, is when they're different formulas. Okay, so actually the Wild Honey is a lot lighter than this one. So there's Wild Honey and there's that Bare Minerals. Definitely different tones. She stays. They both stay. Makeup by Mario. You know, I really loved all of the products he came out with when he came out with these blushes and stuff. So this is in Creamy Peach. This is what the shade looks like. I think this is my like replacement for MAC Peaches. It's really beautiful, so I definitely will hold on to that. I'm having a really hard time, I think, letting go of blushes. Darn, like these ones too. These two are gorgeous. So this is kind of like a peachy shade. I wonder if I can get that like Milani orange effect with this one. Honestly, I feel like I'm going to get rid of the Milani because that's a Milani. This is the one from Vive. I just feel like, first of all, the Vive I can talk about on my channel because it exists still. This one I don't think does. And I believe it was limited edition. And I think the Vive is just a little bit more wearable for me, whereas this one's not. So I think I'm going to pass this along. I might also have a fun orange in like a palette or something, so I can always pick it up from there. But for now, the Vive in the shade is called Pesca. That was the one. I'm going to keep that. I love this packaging too. And then the other one I have is this shade. And this is Beautiful Piazza. I've actually worn this quite a bit. And I feel like it pulls off this vibe. But almost like better, like not as dark. So I'm going to keep this one. Both of the Vives. The Vives are gorgeous. They're gorgeous. Okay, so I have two Charlotte blushes. I have this one, which is Sex on Fire. This was the first one I bought from her. It's kind of just like a rosy mauve. It's funny, I know it looks like a freaking nipple, whatever. This is the shade when you kind of mix the two. It's just kind of a mauve-y toned blush. Really pretty. I think I will definitely hold on to that one for now. And then same thing with this one. This one I bought this summer. And this one is in the shade Love is the Drug. And this is like a super pink blush. And I don't have a lot of pinks, so I also don't wear a lot of pinks, but that's that blush. And I think it's different enough from another one that I'm going to keep, so I'm going to keep both. I have these two from Moira. This one's definitely going to go. I don't even see myself like picking this up anymore. Like it's just so bright. I'm not even going to bother swatching it. This one is in the shade Soft Berry, but I feel like it's just so, wow, purple. But I feel like I also, like if I wanted this vibe, oh no, that's, wow. Yeah, okay, that's a lot deeper than I thought it was going to be. I'm going to get rid of this. They're just too pigmented, and while I love like a striking blush, I don't want it to be too pigmented. I have two of these blushes from the Huda Glowish line. I have this one, which is Caring Coral. That's the shade. And then I have this one, which is, I think Berry Juicy. Soft Berry was the Moira one. And I think this is more of a berry tone I can get down with than the Moira one. So I'm going to keep both of those. And this one is Dior. This one's not going anywhere. This is Dior Charnel. This is stunning, stunning. Not going anywhere. Love her. Jana talked me into that one, and I am not looking back at all. So she stays. Okay, so these two are RMS Beauty. I actually have a third one at my mom's house that I haven't picked up yet. I do want to do like a video with these or real. These are Sangria and French Rosé. I also got Mai Tai and some other stuff. So I'm going to hold on to these. I'm not going to open them yet because that'll be for a later time. And so that's another one empty. Okay, let's move this over here. I'm just going to kind of do a mix of like creams and powder. I have this one from a Rare Beauty. This formula is really good. This is shade Love. The thing with these is I wish they were like half the size or even a third of the size, because a little really goes a long way. Like, look at that pigment. It barely touched my hand. And watch. Like, it just, the thing is, like, you have to work really fast with this, and I just don't know. I feel like if I keep this, I'm keeping it for content. Do I want to keep the shade? Do I have any other terracotta-y shades? I think I might hold on to this one for a little while longer. I'm not doing so good right now. I thought I was doing better than I'm actually doing. Really not doing that good today. This Rare Beauty one, actually, little like Polly Pocket looking packaging. This is in the shade Nearly Apricot. Listen, nearly what? Nearly apricot where? Because here, okay, here's this blush, right? Here's this blush. But you just, I feel like you have to apply so much. Like, I literally dug in so it's there. But like, it just kind of doesn't do a lot. I don't know. I think I'm going to get rid of this one. I feel like there is like someone in my life that'll love it more than I do. I feel like on the hand it shows up. Well, I mean, look how easily it wiped off. It's just, it was here. It's still kind of there, but not really. These two, LYS, I have the shade Inspire, and I have the shade Higher Standard. You know, I don't reach for these. I'm going to get rid of both. I got like a ton from that brand to try, and I just don't reach for them. Another one I might keep is Westman. Here's another one I will be... Okay, I'm also keeping this one from Westman Atelier. It's the shade Doo Doo. Doo Doo. Doo 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 Doo. Yeah, I'm keeping that. I haven't even used it yet, but soon to come. And then I have this one from Victoria Beckham Beauty. This is in the shade Roller Skate. That's the shade. I have not used it, obviously, because the, you know, imprint's still there. I think it touched the top of the lid, though. That sucks. But yeah, this one we're keeping. I'm doing a Victoria Beckham video eventually, so that stays. This is the only one I have left from M Cosmetics. This is in the shade Peachy Peach. I feel like, okay, first of all, they changed the packaging, which the packaging is like better now. I just never reached for this, like ever. And it's kind of unfortunate because I think it's probably beautiful. I feel like I would rather own the glowy one from Rare Beauty. It just doesn't do like enough for me, and I feel like it disappears just quickly, and it's so old, so that's gonna go. Okay, and then I have this one from Nude Sticks. This is Poppy Girl. This is beautiful, but I feel like it's like another one of those like glowy, wet looking blushes. I just feel like I'm not gonna use this shade. Like, I feel like I've come to kind of realize what my favorite colors and stuff are for products, and I'm just not gonna use this, so I'm gonna let that go. I have two from Patrick Ta. I have Oh She's Different, which is kind of like a mauve toned. And then I have this one, which is Do We Know Her? This is more the peachy one. For now, I'm going to keep these. My friend Jana has been having difficulty with these, and I want to try them on my cheeks. I just haven't had the opportunity to do so. So I'm going to keep both of those for now. This one here, Dior. Anything Dior is probably not going to go anywhere because costs a lot, you know. This is in the shade Pink. So this is like one of their like glowy blushes. So this one's like super neon, as you can tell. This is the Rosy Glow. And then I also have it in the peachy one, or Coral, I think it is. This is what this one looks like. It's like a neon peach. These are beautiful. I'm keeping both of those. This one I haven't used yet, but you could tell this one I've used quite a bit because that Dior is wearing down towards the middle. But yeah, these are cute. I'm keeping both. And then I have a Tower 28 one here. This one. Okay, then I have this Tower 28 one. I have it in After Hours. I thought I had Golden Hour too. I don't know if I still have that one or if I decluttered it because I don't see it here. It'll come up if it is in here. I just feel like, am I going to use this? I feel like the formula is kind of like not as like good as it was when I first bought them. Like I feel like, just trying to think if there's cream products that I have that I want to keep. I'm going to put this to the side for now. I have, this is a little, like a deluxe sample thing from Laura Mercier. It's a tinted moisturizer blush. The shade that I have is Provence. Let me just see. I don't really remember it. I feel like this could be like nice for like, oh, it's a very like light shade. Is that even going to show up on my cheeks? I feel like it's right there. You can see where it's like wet. I just feel like it's too light for me. I'm going to get rid of this. This one from Flower Beauty, I really like. I'm going to keep this one. This is in the shade Melon. This just looks really, really pretty on the cheeks. Super easy to blend out. Definitely keeping that. I have another one from Nude Sticks. This is in the shade Naughty and Spice. Same thing as the other one, but this is like a matte version. I just don't reach for this enough that I want to keep it, so I'm going to get rid of this one. I have this one from Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics. I think I had 2 of these, and I feel like I decluttered one. I might have decluttered both and brought this one back. But again, this is like that poppy girl color. Like, realistically, when am I going to wear that, you know? So I am going to get rid of this one too. Okay, and then I have this one from Makeup by Mario. This is in the shade Soft Coral. Again, brush on that side. And then this is the color of the blush. This one's really pretty. It's a little more subtle. I'm definitely still going to keep this because I do enjoy this. You can tell I haven't used this as much as like the bronzer stick because it's still to the top. So definitely need to make more use of this. This would be good for like under the makeup, like under your foundation and stuff if you're doing underlaying or whatever that's called. That technique, you know. Okay, next. We're almost there. Like, this is just like, it's taking forever, but we're almost there. On to the last container. Okay, so I have another one size product. I am going to keep this for now because I want to talk about it in a video coming up, but I am going to probably get rid of it after that because I got it in the shade Firestarter. I bought this while I had COVID. I don't know what I was thinking because look at this. It's just so bright. This is my favorite part of this glowy one. Actually, this probably does that Milani thing that I wanted. But I'm going to keep this for now. Hang on a sec. Y'all, let me just, because we have the macro lens on. Do you see this? I haven't even had this long. Like, I literally probably got this in April or May. And I'm pretty sure, is that mold? I don't know. Is it mold? Someone tell me, has this happened to yours? Anyways, I think that, okay, I think I'm going to hold on to this for that video. I'll probably just use the powders if that's the case. And we'll talk about it then. I guess this is going to get trashed. That's kind of crappy because I thought maybe I could at least pass it on to someone else. But what the heck, one size? I'm going to be reaching out to ask them about that because, and I bought this from Sephora, but I want to know what the hell. Okay, and then I have another Melt one. This is a cream blush in the shade Cali Dream. I think I might have one more. I do love this formula, so I'm definitely going to be keeping this. I do. I have this one in Honey Thief. Honey Thief is also gorgeous. This is more pink. The other one's more peach. Let me show you side by side so you can kind of see the difference, but they definitely are different. Can you tell? I like the pinks and pinky peaches. I also have this blush from e.l.f. It's a putty blush, and does it say a shade name? Okay, well, it's kind of dumb. It doesn't say the shade name, but here's what it looks like. It's just a peach, but I think because I have the one from Melt, I can happily let this go. So we'll declutter that. I have a blush from Phytosurgeons in the shade Ember. While I hate the the highlighter, I just want to see, hang on. Okay, I was gonna keep this, but I don't know if that's shimmer, because I don't remember this being a shimmery blush. I'm just like, it looks like there's like that crystallization that happened on top of the other, see that? Like the one that happened on top of the One Size cream. That's kind of what it looks like. Okay, I'm gonna have to ask someone about that too, because what the heck is going on here? Okay, first of all, I will say I store my makeup in a room that's pretty cool in temperature. These do not get hot at all, so I don't know what's up with that, but I think that's gonna go in the declutter pile. I have one of these NARS ones. This is the Air Matte. Air Matte, is that what it is? Yeah, Air Matte Blush in Darling. This is pretty. Now I'm looking at all of them closely. No, this one's good. I think that's just like, I don't know. This one's pretty, like in the pot, but I don't know if you can see it there on my finger, barely. It doesn't really show up on me. So I'm going to pass this off to someone else because it's clearly not made for me. Okay, I have a Fenty blush. This is the only one I have left. I think I had like 2 others that I decluttered. This is in Rosé Latte. I think this is my favorite color that they did in these. Still does feel nice. Am I going to use it? I think I'm going to get rid of it. I'm just being a little vicious. Now, I have this one from Skin Glass. This is in the shade Spicy. Yeah, this is kind of also like a brownie peach, and I think this will give me what I want the, whatever that one was, the Rosé Latte to do. More peachy, I guess. I'm going to keep that. Okay, I still have 2 of these from Milani. I don't know if you can get them. This is in the shade Nude Kiss. There it is. And the other one is in the shade Merlot Moment. I don't think I've ever really given these a fair shot, like on the cheeks. Okay, it looks like you can still get these online. I think I'm going to get rid of Merlot Moment and I'm going to keep Nude Kiss. I won't use this. Oh, here is Golden Hour. Here's the Golden Hour from Tower 28. This was one of my favorite blushes, but I don't know. I mean, the formula looks okay. It feels okay. This is a really pretty shade. But can Skin Glass give me what I want from Golden Hour? Sorry, Apollo's going nuts in the back there. I feel like, I mean, obviously Golden Hour is still more orange, but I feel like it's close enough. I've had this for a while and I feel like it's going to go bad. It's probably already like semi there because these ones have a 12-month shelf life and I've had like their lip gloss and other things go bad on me, so I just don't trust keeping their products because they're considered clean beauty and there's no preservatives in those products. Okay, I bought these on a whim. I think me and my friend Kendra both bought these on a whim. And it came with like 10 shades. Like there were 10 cream blushes in this big fancy pouch, right? I kept 2 of them. So you can see this is still untouched. Still untouched. And this one in the shade Doggles. This one's been used. I'm gonna feel the formula again. It's like a really thin formula. It is pretty. I think because I got rid of so many other cream blushes, I'll still try to keep both of these and see if I get any use out of them. And if I don't use them, they'll go next declutter. I also have this one from Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics. This is an LOML, which stands for, I think, Love of My Life. And it is this loose blush in like this glowy orange shade. Let me be careful with this because I don't want... And I feel like maybe I can keep this as an option for what I wanted out of the Milani as well. So maybe that. And then I also have a pink one. This is in Love Poem. Same thing, just that pink shade. So I'm going to keep that as well. Oh, before I continue, actually, we forgot to talk about this one here that I had set aside. This is from Palace Identity. Oh, this is a blush. I don't know. The shade is BO1. This is the packaging. It's very beautiful. I bought it because it was like literally ornamental. Here's what it looks like on the inside. I haven't used it just because it's so beautiful, but I'm not ready to let go of it because it's also so beautiful. So I will keep this, but I do want to make a point to use this soon. I bought a lipstick too when I bought this, and I haven't used the lipstick either. So definitely keeping and definitely need to use it soon. So I'll hold on to that. Okay, here is a look at everything that I'm getting rid of. Let me just quickly count it and let you know how many there are. Okay, so I'm getting rid of 26 blushes, which for me, like that's a pretty huge deal, I think. And I think that's pretty good. Okay, not that you can see everything, but here are all of the blushes that I'm keeping. Let me just quickly count them and let you know how many there are. So with the exception, one of these are not here right now. They're at my mom's. I'm keeping 37 blushes. I think that's right. It's either 37 or 38. One of the two. I think that's actually pretty decent, to be honest, considering how many I got rid of. I almost cut that category in half. Not quite, but almost there. All right, so compared to before, this is all I've got left in the kind of single blush category. It's a lot smaller than what I had before. I think we emptied out these two containers here, so pretty good. Okay, so let's do these face palettes. So I have more. These are just like blushes, just blush palettes. So the first one is this one from MAC. This is pretty new to my collection. I bought this year. As you can tell, I only used maybe 2 of the shades. It's the Pro Face palette in bright blush. You can use this actually, I think they're like cream colors. You can use them for various things. But yeah, I really do like these. I need to utilize those 2 shades, but I'm definitely going to keep this one. I have this palette from Alamar Cosmetics. This is the Colorette Blush Trio. I think this was passed on to me by a friend. This is Dark Rich. Honestly, these shades are rich. They're beautiful. It's just too, like, these 2 especially are too deep for me, this one especially. But this is also a tone I won't reach for. I've got this a million times over, and I'm sure I have something nudie that works for me. So I'm going to let this go. Okay, I have this one from Viseart. This I bought this year. This is the Orange Violet, Orange Violet blush palette. It's got 6 different shades there. They're really pretty. I didn't have any like purple blushes. Also, I guess I do have orange blushes in here, so definitely going to keep this one. I haven't really used it a lot. I love this packaging, super heavyweight, beautiful. Also, these would pair so beautifully together, so definitely keeping both. I have this one. Oops. I have this one here from Patrick Ta. Hi, hello. I don't want to, be on camera today, but oh my gosh. These are the tones in this palette. I love these pinks. I love this. This reminds me of that poppy shade from, what's that? That KVD one I decluttered. I have this pink though. I have it in Dior, and I also have it in Charlotte Tilbury. Sure, I have something like this. Don't really like this. Honestly, I do like that nude one, but I think I'm going to pass this along. Oh, I'm surprised I'm saying that. I have 2 from Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics. These ones are really pigmented. The first one is the Rouge Affair. This one is the, is this the warmer? My bulb is about to go. What the heck? Do you see that? Come on, please just last like 2 minutes. Okay. So, and then I have this one, which is Rouge Romance. Yeah, so this is the warmer palette. This is the cooler palette. You can kind of see the differences there. I think I might hold on to these for one more round, just because I feel like they won't take up that much room in my palette drawer if I get like other stuff gone. So I'm keeping 4 blush palettes and I'm getting rid of 2. Still think that's fairly decent. Next, let's do like highlighter palettes. I've got a few here. This is a Smashbox. This is a Smashbox one in Spotlight pearl, whatever. I don't know. A friend gave me this to try. Honestly, I've tried it. It's just not for me, so I'll pass it along. I have this one here. This is from Charlotte Tilbury. It's the Bar of Gold Trio. Oh, I just smushed my hand in there. The Bar of Gold Trio. So it's got a gold, a rose gold, and a white gold or whatever it's supposed to be. I really like these, so I'm going to keep this. Oh, this side. The Dior Backstage. Which one is this? Universal. I just got this recently. I'm really liking it so far, so I'm going to keep this. MAC Haute Couture. This was from the Rosalia collection. It reminds me of Dior for one. It is the extra dimension formula, and it has R's all over it, and my name starts with an R, so you know that I was all over that. I like this one because I can use this tone as a blush, and then I have 3 highlighting shades to choose from. I'm going to keep this for now. This one is from Glam Shop. I haven't really even used this. It's really pretty. It's, you know, got a bunch of different colored highlights. And I mean, if anything, it's so similar to some of those ones that I decluttered from, or not decluttered, but decluttered and kept from, what's that brand? But these are so pretty. I feel like I just haven't talked about these on my channel, and I would like to. Like, I haven't talked about Glam Shop at all. So those are the 6 from there. I think I'm going to hold on to it for one more round. I think I'm just going to get rid of the sleeve. I'm going to keep this like this. Okay, and then I have this one from Alien Cosmetics, the low light palette, now known as Unearthly. I think that they made a change to this, and they changed one of the shades. I don't know which one. I'm just going to swatch like these 4. Personally, I think the ones that I just swatched on my hand from Glam Shop were a little bit better, and the Kaleidos ones too. So I think that I don't mind getting rid of this palette. Plus, honestly, I don't know if I want to do any content with this brand, because like anytime I've posted with theirs, like they don't even reshare to like their stories. I rarely get any engagement from them as a brand, and I find that kind of, I don't know, just like like they're too good for, you know, certain creators. I don't know. So I think I'm just not into this brand's whole vibe, because it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth when you can't even be bothered to reshare a creator's look, especially one that I thought was really good. I'll pop it up here. I don't think I got any engagement on that. But yeah, so I think I'm going to get rid of this one. I might sell it on my Poshmark. And then lastly, I have this here from Danessa Myricks. This Lightwork one before she went all like crazy with shades. I think that this one's got a good amount of like neutral-ish tones that I can use. I just never reach for it. I mean, they look pretty. You know, I think I'm going to pass it along. I just don't reach for it enough. And I feel bad because I've talked people into buying that one. So I'm getting rid of 3 and I'm keeping 4. So not too bad. Okay, this is the last part of this whole video. This is basically like anything that's beyond one or the other. Like this one's a bronze and glow, so it has a bronzer highlighter in it. Everything has like either a bronzer, blush, or highlighter, like at least 2 of, or 1 of each in it. So I don't really reach for this. I think I'm going to get rid of this one. This is the MAC Nutcracker collection. It's an extra dimension highlighter and blush. This is absolutely stunning. I actually quite use this a lot, even though it doesn't look like it. A friend gave this to me. I'll never, ever, ever let this go because I think it's just absolutely gorgeous. I wish MAC would do more collections like this, because this was just so unique. I don't know. I'm going to keep this one. I have Tom Ford Incandescent. Actually, a friend picked this up for me, I think. Yeah, a friend picked this up for me in the US from a CCO. Is what this looks like. Absolutely stunning on the cheeks. Definitely going to keep this one. It's not going anywhere. This one's the Wayne Goss in Vivid Azalea. This is what it looks like. Honestly, I don't really reach for this one, but this like highlight is really, really pretty. And the blush is different enough that I don't have anything else like that one in my collection, so I'm going to keep it. Okay, this was from a friend very recently. Haven't really had a chance to kind of play with it and try it out. I'm going to keep this one. This one is the Bronze Cheek Face Glow palette, which looks like this. I love some of the highlighters in here, so I'm going to hold on to this one still. Okay, this one is the Cali Kiss Smashbox. Honestly, it's pretty, but I just don't reach for it enough. I think I'll pass this on to someone else that I know who might get a little bit more use out of it. This here is a cream cheek palette that I guess I customized from Salt. I really do like the palette itself. And then these are the ones that I have. These I will definitely be keeping. They're really, really good. This huge mama is from Coastal Scents, which the brand no longer exists. This was given to me by a friend, but this is just way too much for me, so I think I'll get rid of these. Charlotte Tilbury again. I have this one. This is the Glowgasm Face Palette in Lightgasm. This is really pretty. I use this quite a bit, so I will keep that. I also have a Pat McGrath Trio. This is in Galactic Sun. So we got Divine Rose, Desert Orchid, and Golden Nectar. The highlighter in here is my absolute favorite, but both these blushes are also equally stunning. Love this trio so much. This is a category I'm not going to really do well in. This is the Film Star Bronze End Glow. I've been throwing this into my makeup bag quite a bit. The contour shade works on me. This one is not really like highlighty enough, but it's pretty enough that it does something on the skin. See, it's like very subtle, right? Oh, hang on, let me focus first. It's right here, right here. It does a little something that I'm willing to keep it for. And I bought this Cheek Stars Reunion palette solely for the shade Cookie, but I also really like Hula, and I do like this one. This one, you know what? I've owned Georgia before. It's not really my like vibe, but I need to try it again. So Dallas is really pretty. I just haven't tried it on. Definitely keeping that still. I got it on like super sale too, so it wasn't like expensive or anything. This is just a magnetic palette. In here I've got Benefit Hula. I'm going to get rid of that. This I think was a Natasha Denona eyeshadow. I'm going to get rid of that. This blush I think was Sydney Grace. Going to get rid of that. This one I have no idea. I'm going to get rid of that. These are Divina highlighters, and I think they're going to go because honestly, like compared to like the other ones I have, these are so lackluster. Like if I show you, so those were the ones from Alien, which still are semi pretty, but I don't know. These are like really white based. I feel like these are better as like eyeshadow or something. Maybe I'll find a home for them where someone else likes them a little bit more than I do because they're just not for me. So I'm gonna get rid of those. I'll keep the palette though. And then my two beloved holiday palettes. I have the Tiger palette from Hourglass. This one's the kind of orangey, warmer, deeper one. So pretty. And then my favorite, the Elephant. I love elephants, as you've heard earlier in this video, but also just this entire like color story. Everything works for me. The bronzer works great for me. These two work great for me. Everything is perfect. So I am definitely keeping both of those. Okay, so here it all is. I have 2, 4, 5, actually 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So I'm keeping 12, which I think is a lot better than, you know, what I had before, considering I'm getting rid of so many other things. And out of this category, I'm only getting rid of 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, that's probably not great, but good enough. Yeah, but that's all for this one. I'm sorry that this one was so long. I just have so many blushes, bronzers, and highlighters, and I knew that this would be an extremely long video, but it was something we had to power through, and I'm glad that we did because I feel like I'm getting rid of quite a bit. And I'm happy to downsize my collection for 2023 because I just want to be able to focus on loving what I have. And I think I can better do that when my collection is a little bit more curated. So yeah, here's to 2023. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments down below. What was your favorite thing I kept and what was your favorite thing I decluttered, or if it was things you don't like, what did I keep and what did I declutter? I want to know. Give me all the tea in the comments down below. And if you're new here, please do consider subscribing if you haven't already. Throw a thumbs up on the video for me, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.